Good evening and welcome to Orenda Books at Bedtime. I'm Karen Sullivan, publisher of Orenda Books, and we have a special episode for you tonight. We're on our way to a party. This party. We're going to the award ceremony for Call Me Stargirl winning Best Magazine's Best Book of the Year. And to help celebrate, I've brought in the author herself, Louise.
Oh, I feel like I'm on Ask or something. Hello, Karen.
Hello, Louise. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Now, we're really excited about this award. Up against stiff competition. I think all of you have heard about Call Me Stargirl, a twisty, dark psychological thriller. Louise has read from it a couple of times before, but we'd like to do this in person, Louise.
Special occasion.
Special occasion.
It's a scene you'll approve of. Just saying. Hashtag erotic noir. No, it's not going to be. No, it's a scene. We discussed
Louise.
this. Okay, from Call Me Stargirl. The star perfume. The room pulsates with its scent. How I miss it. Stella, cries Tom. Are you still there? Answer me. If you don't come home, I'm coming there. Don't come here, I say. I am if you're not here in 20 minutes. Tom, I'm going. My throat hurts. Just remember, I did it because I love you. I don't really mind about the key. We all lose things. I've lost things I love. Did what? Did what? I hang up. What time is it now? 4:30. Stephen Sainty will be here any time. He can't come in, he can't. I rush into the foyer, open the main door and step outside. I know how to change the door code, but so does everybody else who works here. I need to disable it. This is the only entrance to the building. The fire exit on the first floor can't be reached because the metal fire escape stairs are broken and the windows are either barred or too small or too high. I run upstairs to the junk cupboard where everyone chucks old computers and I grab a hammer from the box of tools at the back. Keeping my foot in the main door so it stays open, it doesn't take much effort to smash the small box. Once it's hanging by two wires, I rip them out. Then I come inside and I let the main door slam shut. I try the handle. It won't open. With the door code disabled, I can't get out, but no one can get in either. It's just me. Me and Victoria Valbon. I can smell blood and perfume and night air. Tell them, Stella. Let me rest in peace. Only you can do that. Tell them and I might forgive you. I sit at the desk. Gilly Morgan is talking about the charity event again. She will be there, she says, auctioning wedding dresses, raising money for cancer. I get my mobile phone and I turn it off. Then I hover one finger over the fader, ready to silence Gilly, and another over the mic button. I have done my last show. I have played my last song, but I am not done. I have not said my last words. What will I say though? How to tell this story? No, I will not think about it until I say it. I will not plan it. I will let the words come as they may. Let them find their own way. And then Victoria might forgive me. But will anyone else? Are they listening? Are they asleep? Vicky, I whisper to the room. Now you can leave me alone. Then I push down the fader and slide up the mic. I am the woman who knows. And now they will all know too. I speak.
Thank you, Louise. This is a beautiful, emotive read, and I highly recommend having tissues to hand when you do get a chance to read it. We're all glammed up. I've got my Stargirl necklace on, Star earrings. Now, because this is a special episode of Orenda Books at Bedtime, we have some extra additional things going on tonight. First of all, I'd like to show you the leaflet that went out to all Hearst Magazine's 6 million subscribers. And
second page.
Ta-da! Here's the proof that Louise has won Best Magazine's Big Book of the Year. The judges said, a smart, complex and beautifully written psychological thriller with a raw intensity at its heart. Twisty, addictive and completely compelling, this powerful story will keep you hooked and leave you haunted. Now next on the agenda, we've asked Twitter followers to give us some questions for Louise. And I've got them here. Louise, Marnie Graff asks, are you a plotter or a pantser in Sisters of Crime Language? In other words, how much do you outline before sitting down to write and how much is happenstance?
Okay, I'm just laughing in my head here because earlier today I went on Twitter and I started answering the questions live on Twitter, and Karen's emailing me, texting me, Twitter messaging me saying, "Louise, stop answering the questions, it's for bedtime stories, sorry." So,
It's okay.
to answer for the first time,
First time.
plot or plan? Well, sorry, that's the same thing, isn't it? Plot or plan?
Plan or pants?
That's the
Seat
one.
of your pants?
Seat of the pants all the
Or
way,
plan
Karen.
it out, yes.
Seat of the pants.
Because you write with such emotion.
This is it. I like to say that I find the story by writing the story. So I have a loose idea, but I don't think I've ever known the ending until I get there. And then I change it about 5 times.
But does that have its drawbacks?
It can, because you then have to go back and rejig, obviously, to fit in with the ending.
And continuity issues.
Yeah, but you're good at spotting that, Karen.
I don't. Okay, good answer. Okay, next question. This is from Susie Lines, otherwise known as S.E. Lines herself, a writer of psychological thrillers. She asks, can Louise recommend a good writing bra? Now, to put this into context, this is probably likely due to the fact that Louise likes to draw breasts in her books when she signs them, and I will say no more on that subject. But Louise, do you have a tasteful answer to that question?
So, do I suggest a good writing bra?
Yes.
Well, I suppose if we're being prim and proper, Karen, I would suggest one with a good uplift, firm shoulders, so that one does not slouch when one is at the desk, because otherwise, obviously, the breasts will hit the keyboard and who knows what words will come up. Nobody wants breasts.
Moving swiftly on. Sharon Berden, who is chapter in my life, asks Louise, what magic lives in your fingertips to produce such emotive genius work?
Love that question.
Me too.
It's lovely.
But it's true. And you're all about magic, aren't you?
I am all about magic. The next book, just to mention the next book, I Am Dust, some real magic in that one. I mean, not magic as in people say it's magic, I mean there is actual magic in it.
And a Ouija board.
And a Ouija board, yeah, witchcraft, oh yeah, some devilment. The fingers then. I think it's because that my emotions are very, very close to the surface at all times, and yet I have trouble expressing them verbally often. However, I have no trouble writing them.
So they pour out.
Yeah, I think it's that simple. What I often don't say, but what I often feel, comes out through the fingers.
You find it much easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's true.
Liz Robinson from Love Reading asks, your novels cross genres, which is fabulous, and I love. If you're going to write a book for children, what 5 words would sum it up? That's going to be hard for you. Only 5 words, Louise.
I've got 5 exact words.
Okay.
The Lion Tamer Who Lost.
Which is, of course...
The, do you want me to list the awards for it now? Like it's shortlisted for this and
No, I wanted you to say what the book is.
Okay, The Lion Tamer Who Lost is the book that was out before Stargirl, and it's a beautiful...
Yes, and The Lion Tamer Who Lost is actually the children's book that
Yes.
forms the heart of
Yes.
the beautiful gay love story
Yes.
that takes place in
Yes, it's
the
a book within a
by
book,
the
isn't
same
it?
name.
Absolutely.
And it's a children's book.
And I could very much see that book when I was writing the novel, and I really think one day maybe I would actually write that book. I might even have a pseudonym of Andrew Fitzgerald, so
Yes.
it even fits that he's written it, if that makes
He's written
sense.
it, it does.
Yeah.
Beautifully illustrated too.
Can you draw?
And we've got, no, sadly not.
Who shall we get?
We'll have a think about that off camera. And the final question. Mary McGrath asks, what book would you recommend and why?
That is such a hard one because, like you, Karen, I read many, many books. Now, obviously, I'd recommend all of mine. Obviously, I'd recommend any of the Orenda ones. That aside, the ones that I have recently read and enjoyed, I loved Laura Pearson's I Want to Let You Know or Tell You. It's somewhere. I've got it. I brought it with me, didn't I?
You did.
It's so wonderful that you're going to read it.
She's a wonderful writer.
Wonderful writer, very literary, very beautiful, inspired by her own experiences. I love a book that comes from someone's own experiences.
From the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. And we both enjoyed Louisa Trigger's.
Yes, the
Dragon Lady.
I read that about 6 months ago. Beautiful.
I read it this summer. I really
Beautiful
enjoyed it. You
writer she
recommended
is.
that to me,
I
actually.
did.
And what else? Give us one more.
Well, okay, it's a bit biased, but Michael Malone's In the Absence of Miracles. I had to stop reading that on the train because I was so emotional. It was one of those where I thought, oh my word, I need a moment now.
And there is a point in that book where your
It's one
jaw
line,
hits the
isn't
ground.
there? Yeah.
I think he's back to his finest, dealing with taboo emotional subjects with such dignity and grace and beauty, and it tears my heart out, that book. Every time I went through it on the editing front, it was just immense. Similarly, another book out this month, which is Johanna Gustafsson's Blood Song. Again, the raw emotion, the beautiful weaving together of history and the present, but the themes that run through it, sort of infertility clinics, the horrific treatment of women and children in Franco's Spain, just extraordinary. We've got a big month, a big autumn for Orenda books coming up, and I hope you're all going to keep your eye out.
Excited.
Okay, well that was a very interesting and special edition of Orenda Books at Bedtime. No hashtag. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. Thanks, Louise.
Thank you.